And we welcome you to Las Vegas in the Orleans Arena for a semifinal clash. Seasons are on the line, as is a berth in the Western Athletic Conference Championship game. It is Utah Valley, the regular season champions, taking on the fourth-seeded Mavericks of UT Arlington. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Spencer McLaughlin courtside here from Sin City. Great to have you on hand between these teams. We're playing for the fourth time this year, and Utah Valley is looking to make it a clean sweep, 4-0. Easier said than done in this unique final year of the Western Athletic Conference. Both these teams are squaring off more than they ever possibly could have imagined, and coaches have had various thoughts on the matter throughout the year. It has been a unique year in the WAC, but that same NCAA tournament berth is indeed on the line. They will play the winner of the 2-3 matchup that happens later tonight here at the Orleans Arena between California Baptist and Utah Tech. That will be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Pacific time tip-off. For UT Arlington, they come into this game 18-13. They've won 3 straight entering tonight, won their final 2 regular season contests against Tarleton State and Abilene Christian. And then last night, were able to knock off Southern Utah 69-63, the final score. That is the 10th league victory they've picked up this year. They went 9-9 against conference foes in league play. A third of those losses came to this Utah Valley team that is once again a regular season conference champion, looking to get back to the WAC final where they appeared a season ago, lost to 2-seeded GCU 89-82, and the Wolverines have been rolling. They have not lost a basketball game since February 12th in St. George against Utah Tech. The last time they played was 6 days ago against Utah Tech, and they emerged with a 104-101 double overtime thriller at Burns Arena, where very few teams have won this year. UT Arlington, the number 160 team in the net this season. Utah Valley, no surprise, is the league champ, the highest rated WAC team at number 83 in the net rankings entering tonight. Third-year head coach Todd Phillips doing a fantastic job with that Utah Valley program, looking to guide them to their first ever NCAA tournament. It has to include a win tonight to get another berth in that conference title game. On the other side, KT Turner has also taken UT Arlington as far as the conference championship game, but no further. These are the last 2 teams that lost to GCU in the conference title game the last 2 years, but they're a part of the Mountain West, and so this league has felt wide open from the moment it has tipped off this season, and Utah Valley is looking to roll along. They were 14-4 in conference play coming into this game. They were 24-7 on the year overall. Has been another fantastic year for Todd Phillips and company. His starting 5 features Isaac Davis, a 6'8 sophomore from Idaho Falls, Idaho, transfer from Utah State. 11 points per game, has really started to come on as of late, has scored 14 or more points in 5 straight games. He's supported in the front court by his first team All-WAC selection, Jackson Holcomb, 15.5 points per game and about 7 rebounds. Also leads the team in steals. Not a threat from outside, but does everything else for this Utah Valley team. Speaking of players who have started to heat up in the last few weeks, Sherman Weatherspoon IV, the 6'3 junior transfer from Frank Phillips College, erupted for 27 points in the regular season finale win at Utah Tech. Braden Housley has played for 3 different schools in the state of Utah. He is a native of Sandy, Utah, and product of Sky Ridge High School. He is 6'4" and starts in the backcourt alongside Trevon Lenhart, who leads the Western Athletic Conference in assists once again here this season at almost 6 per game. KT Turner on the other side, after a win last night, rolls out the same starting 5. The 6'1 freshman from Denton, Texas, Jordan Lowry, had a great game, 12 points and a career-high 5 steals, was named to the All-WAC freshman team this year and showed the defensive prowess last night against Southern Utah. Cash Chavis, a 6'2 sophomore from Minneapolis, transfer from Arkansas, has got bunnies beyond belief. Will fly and play above the rim consistently, leads the team with 3.5 assists per game. Rayshawn Seamster starts in the front court, 12 points, a team best 6.5 rebounds per contest this year. Miles Goodman is the big man, 6'11 sophomore from Seattle, transfer from Penn State. And the second team All-WAC selection rounds out the starting 5. Marcel McCreary, a 6'4 senior from Fort Worth, Texas, one of just 3 returners for KT Turner this season. UT Arlington will attack left to right to begin the game. They're in blue jerseys, white numbers trimmed in white. Utah Valley in the white jerseys, green numbers and green letters with green trim going on the shorts and the jersey as well. It is Davis and Goodman, 6'8" versus 6'11" at center court, ready to tip up this WAC semifinal game. They pause for just a moment. The official separates the two, wants to make sure they're not conjoining before they jump up in the air. The ball is tipped, a little delayed. Davis able to get it back to Linhart. Utah Valley with the first possession. And here we go in the WAC semifinal. Utah Valley and UT Arlington. Linhart veers to the near side, knocked out by Cash Chavis right in front of me, sitting courtside here at the Orleans Arena. And it stays with the Wolverines on their opening possession. Best offense in the league. Utah Valley, 80 points per game on the year. They've been an excellent defense as well. They did not stumble or have to find their way to a regular season conference crown. 14-4 against league opponents, playing everyone 3 times in this 7-team final iteration of the WAC. Utah Valley with the possession on their opening sequence of the game. Housley top of the arc, veers to the near side, 15 on the shot clock, whips around the perimeter. Witherspoon floats up top, feeds a diving Holcomb to the right side. He's fouled as he goes up with the shot, and it goes on Rayshawn Seamster, the standout forward for UT Arlington. 2 free throws coming here for Jackson Holcomb. He's a 66.5% foul shooter on the year and was 7 of 10 at the line in that double overtime marathon victory to wrap the regular season for UVU. Aggressive bend at the knees, rises, flicks the right wrist, end over end spin, drops through for the first free throw, and it's the first point of the game for the Wolverines. Holcomb has erupted in his redshirt sophomore season. First team all-WAC selection. Second free throw on the way. It's good. 20 seconds gone first half. Utah Valley 2, UT Arlington 0 with their first possession and facing 1-2-2 3/4 court pressure. Chavis has it ripped away by Linhart. He glides with the left hand and scores. It's a 4-0 spurt for Utah Valley in the first 30 seconds of the game. Mavericks have struggled with turnovers this year, 14 per game, second worst in the WAC. They beat the pressure this time. Seamster on the far side, terminates the dribble, throws a rainbow near side to Chavis. This is the first real offensive possession for UT Arlington, trailing UVU 4-0. 50 seconds into the game. Over the head pass, tipped by Linhart straight away, and it's knocked up by Housley on the far side, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by McCreary, and it's 2 turnovers and 0 shot attempts for UT Arlington to begin the game. 19:05 to go, first half, 4-0 Utah Valley lead. Wolverines the side out of bounds. Linhart able to get it to Witherspoon, back to Linhart, top of the arc, off a Davis screen, veers to the left elbow, pulls back, feeds Holcomb, left block extended, one-on-one with Seamster in a battle of number 2s. Bounces it twice, gets into the lane, and a foul is called before the shot. Holcomb was not quite in the act of shooting, so the second team foul against the Mavericks gives Utah Valley a baseline out of bounds with that 4-0 lead. Both buckets coming via attacking the rim. That is what this Utah Valley team does very well, but they can shoot it from 3 when they need to. Linhart the baseline inbound, far side, Witherspoon in the corner. He bounces hip high to Holcomb in the high block. Picks up the dribble at the elbow, kicks Housley top of the arc. Off a Holcomb screen, drifting to the right, backs it up. Double teamed by 2 blue jerseys. Cradles the ball low, lost it, dribbled it again. He never lost it fully, so it's a double dribble, and Utah Valley turns it over. Braden Housley, the Utah State transfer, with the giveaway. 18:42 to go in the first half. Utah Valley 4, UT Arlington 0. Wolverines have held the Mavericks to 2 turnovers so far, no shot attempts. And the freshman Jordan Lowry ignites the offense top of the arc. Gives McCreary on the left side. Off a screen, double team, floats it up top. Seamster, not a big 3-point threat. He chisels right side. He pinwheels back to the left and flips it in with a right hand. And that's the first bucket of the night for UT Arlington, 4-2. Utah Valley with the lead, 18:20 to go here in this WAC semifinal in Las Vegas. Good contingent of Wolverine fans have made the drive down from Orem, about 5.5 hours. Holcomb top of the arc, over the head, 2-hand pass is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Wolverines, and hold on, and it looks like the officials are going to get together, and it was a mistaken call there by the baseline official. The other 2 came in to help him out, so it is Utah Valley basketball leading 4-2, 18:08 to go in the first half. Linhart will ignite from the far side of the left basket on the baseline. Box alignment at the 2 boxes and 2 elbows, and they try to slide it to Holcomb. It's a turnover. Here come the Mavericks. Chavis races. He euros with a right hand, flips it up, banks it in with a right hand, and a foul. Three-point play opportunity for Cash Chavis. He ties the game at 4 with 18:02 to play in the first half. And the quick speed there from the Arkansas transfer on full display as he got up and down the court in a hurry. Defense leads to offense for this UT Arlington team. Best defense in the Western Athletic Conference in the regular season. Chavis drains the foul shot as a 78% foul shooter. He keeps it rolling. First lead for UT Arlington. 5-4 the score. Just over 2 minutes gone by in the first half. This WAC semifinal game here in Las Vegas. Winner to the championship game tomorrow night. Entry pass Davis on the left block. Checked by Goodman. Lost the ball. Popcorned it up, and he touched it out last. Another turnover for the Wolverines. That is their third just in the last 90 seconds. Todd Phillips can't like that for UVU. 17:46 to go first half. 5-4 UT Arlington lead and the ball. Chavis meanders across the timeline, gets instructions from his head coach, arms crossed, and a blue polo either over on the sideline. Chavis to the left wing, up top McCreary. The Mavericks leading scorer, angles to the near side, drives on Holcomb to the baseline. He's cut off, chisels back, fades away from 8 feet, leaves it short. And the rebound to Linhart for Utah Valley going right to left, down by 1. Witherspoon on the left wing, puts on the deck. Flare screen, Linhart, right wing 3 is up. It's off the left side of the rim, snared on the glass by Goodman, but a foul against the Mavericks will keep it with Utah Valley. Looks like they got Marcel McCreary pushing Isaac Davis, the 6'8 big man who plays much bigger than his height indicates for Utah Valley, so he creates a second possession. 17:14 to go first half. UT Arlington 5, Utah Valley 4. Baseline inbound for Linhart. He throws a rainbow up top to the logo and is caught by Witherspoon. He gives Housley on the next wing, cradles it knee high, hand off to Linhart. Handful of passes going around the perimeter here for the Wolverines, looking to get back to the conference title game. Davis bullets a pass to Housley on the left wing with 8. He steps back straight away, open for 3 down the hatch. Braden Housley, just a 27% three-point shooter, puts Utah Valley back into the lead. 7-5 over UT Arlington with 16:45 to go in the first half. Chavis, top of the arc off a Goodman screen. He hangs in the air, throws it away. Linhart with the steal, throws to Housley. 2-on-2, left side, he chisels, and he is hit as he goes up for the shot. That will be 2 free throws coming here for Braden Housley. There was a lot of ball, but too much arm. And Marcel McCreary has just picked up his second personal foul. The Mavericks' leading scorer for an offense that was last in conference play in points per game this season. We'll see if KT Turner leaves him in. Looks like he is going to get the quick pull. First free throw on the way, rims off the front, hits the back of the iron, and falls through for Housley, who is a 58% free throw shooter. A year ago at Utah State, played in just 3 games, missed the rest of it, unfortunately, with an injury. He has another one coming with a 3-point Utah Valley lead. 16:36 to go in the first half. Second one on the way, all nylon. It's 9-5. Wolverines with an edge, and they come back with the full court 1-2-2 pressure. No one is really in the backcourt for Utah Valley, trying to ramp up the intensity and use plenty of the shot clock. Wolverines pressure, and they double Laster in the backcourt, who checked in for McCray. Back to Chavis. He races down the left side. He's cut off by 2 white jerseys. Witherspoon and Davis have him hounded, and he steps through, and it looks like they call a foul before the travel. Isaac Davis can't believe it. He goes hands on his knees, bending over, trying to process what just happened. Todd Phillips doesn't like the call either, and Davis has just picked up his second foul, so he has to go out. And Isaac Hawkins, the 6'10 junior transfer from the College of Southern Idaho, comes in for the Wolverines starting big man. 16:23 to go first half. Utah Valley 9, UT Arlington 5. Ball inbounded to Seamster for UT Arlington. Into the paint, twirls over the left shoulder, flips it up with a right hand going the other way. Missed it wide to the right, and the shot comes off to Trevon Linhart. He feeds Housley on the right wing, darts to the elbow, picks up the dribble. Holcomb slides back door, can't handle the pass, it's a turnover. Chavis has it, 3-on-3. Here come the Mavericks in the blue jerseys. Right down the left side like a gazelle goes Basil Laster for the bucket, 9-7. The Utah Valley lead is 2. Just over 4 minutes gone by in this first half. Linhart being picked up right as he brings it across the timeline by Chavis. Angles to the right side, veers top of the arc, pump fake, drop off. It hits off the leg and the hand of we'll see who. UT Arlington wants a review. We'll see if they get it. They say it's Wolverines basketball for the time being. We're at the under 16 media timeout, 15:42 to go in the first half. 9-7 Utah Valley on top of UT Arlington. You are listening to the Western Athletic Conference on Sirius XM.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals.
Come on, Vincent.
But mostly for her son.
You got this. Woo!
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes. Like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Welcome back inside the Orleans Arena. 15:42 to go in the first half. Utah Valley, the 9-7 lead over UT Arlington in this semifinal matchup, a berth in the conference championship game on the line for these teams trying to reach the NCAA tournament. Would be the first ever trip for Utah Valley. They are 2 wins away after capturing the regular season crown. Stay local, serve global in the Air Force Reserve. Visit airforce.com. The Western Athletic Conference would like to thank its great corporate partners for sponsoring the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships. The matchup is set on the women's side. It will be Abilene Christian against California Baptist. The top 2 seeds will meet in the title game tomorrow afternoon. And on the men's side, we're waiting to see how it gets decided right here in this game. And then California Baptist will take on Utah Tech later as well. 2-point lead for the Wolverines. Both teams at least 60% from the floor, but 7 combined turnovers in just over 4 minutes. There has been a lot of defensive intensity. It's Utah Valley ball. Baseline inbound, far side of the left basket with a 9-7 lead, 15:42 to go first half. Welling has it. Over the head pass is deflected out near center court. Into the backcourt goes Holcomb. The deflection makes it okay. 5 to shoot. Linhart on the left wing. Pump fakes, drives to the baseline with 2. He pulls back, puts up a 12-footer. Can't get the roll, and it comes off. Cash Chavis flies in for the defensive rebound. Mavericks go left to right, looking to tie or take the lead. Lowry, top of the arc, races to the left elbow. Cut off there by Witherspoon. Angles down into the far corner off the Seamster screen. He's got the ball up top. Whips it near side to Laster. Down low it goes to Rayshawn Seamster, and it gets poked away. Here comes Utah Valley the other way in transition. Housley on the right wing, out to Holcomb. Far corner, pump fakes. KT Turner wanted to travel, didn't get it. Holcomb chisels, he's swatted up top. Miles Goodman with the rejection, his 12th of the year. Here comes UT Arlington. Seamster at the other end. Linhart got his hand on the pass to Chavis, who slips but is able to gather and keep the dribble. He races to the right block, cut off by 2 white jerseys. Up top he goes to the freshman Lowry. Dances on the sophomore Linhart. Darts his way to the baseline. Kick out. It's Chavis. A right corner 3 is up. It rims off. Laster flies in for the rebound. It's blocked, though, by Hawkins. Linhart chases it down in the near corner, saves it to Holcomb as he falls out of bounds. Utah Valley ball going right to left. 9-7 lead for the Wolverines. 14:25 to go in the first half. Linhart probing to Hawkins, diving right side of the basket. He lays it in with the right hand off glass. 11-7. Utah Valley doubles their short lead with 14:15 to go in half number 1. Utah Valley won all 3 regular season meetings. They were all by double digits. They came into this game as the favorite, but in March, anything can happen. Laster chiseling at the free throw line, gives to Seamster. Right wing 3's an air ball wide to the left. He's just a 25.5% three-point shooter. Utah Valley seemed content to live with that shot. You can see why. Substitution for Todd Phillips and the Wolverines. Noah Tates, the LMU transfer, graduate student from right here in Las Vegas, checks into the game. His team leads UT Arlington 11-7 with 13:50 to go in this first half. Linhart with a Sunday stroll across the center part of the timeline. He's picked up there by Marcus Rigsby Jr., who checked in for KT Turner. Crosses to the right hand, off a Hawkins screen, finds his way downhill, throws it up over his head, off the outstretched right hand of Hawkins. It's another giveaway. Mason comes up with it for UT Arlington. 5th turnover for the Wolverines here in the first 6.5 minutes. Lowry between the wickets, working his way downhill on Tates. Turns around, fadeaway, 12-footer, right side of the iron. Claim with the right hand and a snare of Sherman Weatherspoon, the 4th for Utah Valley. They're They're up 11-7, 13:20 to go first half. Witherspoon gathers the pass left side, flips his way downhill, and floats it up a little bit strong off the back of the iron. Laster with the rebound for UT Arlington. He gives the handoff to Mason, who charges down the lane and stuffs to make it a 2-point game, 11-9 with 13 minutes to go in the first half. Utah Valley a lead of 2. Hundreds of anxious Wolverine fans have made the trek from Orem down here to Las Vegas. Holcomb, top of the arc, gets his way into the paint to the left hand, flips it up, crawls off. There's Hawkins with a putback, rising and tipping it through with 2 hands for safety. 13-9, Utah Valley the lead over UT Arlington with 12:35 to go in the first half and a rolling clock. Both these teams mostly patient. UT Arlington likes to get out and run off misses, not so much on the makes. Linhart almost had a steal on the pass on the near side to Rigsby, who's able to ram his way into the paint, kick out Lowry on the left wing. He barrels down, kicks it back out. Shot clock is down to 5. Rigsby kick in the far corner. Laster, pump fake, fly by from Linhart. 3 is on the way, skips over the cylinder. Hawkins able, no, he couldn't quite keep it off the baseline. Boy, no blue jerseys were around, and Isaac Hawkins slaps his chest with his right hand, says, my bad, as UT Arlington catches a break, down 13-9 with 12:11 to go here in the first half. It'll be Cash Chavis to inbound near side of the right basket on the baseline. 4-man alignment, 1 in each corner, 1 on each block. They shuffle around. Chavis looks, throws it all the way near midcourt. A leaping grab just on this side of safety for Marcus Rigsby Jr. And the Mavericks ignite the offensive possession. It's Mason who works on Hayden Welling into the game for the first time for Utah Valley. Chavis has the ball, double teamed by 2 white jerseys. Over the head pass, deflected into the corner by Welling. Shot clock at 5. Rigsby with a left wing 3 on the way, and he buries it. Marcus Rigsby did not play last night against Southern Utah. He'd been 1 for his last 11 from 3. Hits one as it goes down to 1 on the shot clock. 13-12 the score, and a bump at the other end. Laster nudges the driving Tyler Weaver, which will take us to the under-12 media timeout. 11:39 to go in the first half. It is Utah Valley 13, UT Arlington 12 with a berth in the WAC championship game on the line. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships from Las Vegas right here on SiriusXM.
Across the country, there are destinations that are calling. We stand proudly above the ranks, a testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence in all that we do. Always embracing the extraordinary.
7 dynamic cities, home to 7 world-class institutions.
The Western Athletic Conference. Together, we are one WAC.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
Vivint U is the official ticketing partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Thank you to Vivint U for supporting the WAC Championships. Welcome back inside the Orleans Arena. Spencer McLaughlin on hand here on SiriusXM. 13-12 is the score. Utah Valley leads the Mavericks of UT Arlington with 11:39 to go in half number 1. The shooting percentage is starting to come down from the last media timeout for both of these teams. UT Arlington 5 of 12 from the field. Utah Valley is 4 of 9. 5 turnovers, though, for the Wolverines, 4 for the Mavericks so far. I imagine that's a point of emphasis for both of these third-year head coaches, Todd Phillips and KT Turner, who are each of the last 2 coaches to reach the WAC title game and lose to GCU. But the Lopes, competing now in the Mountain West, make this as wide open of a race as there has been in the league in quite some time. Utah Valley has the ball on a sideline out of bounds right in front of me as I sit courtside here at the scorer's table at the Orleans Arena. Great environment as always. 11:39 to go first half. Utah Valley 13, UT Arlington 12. Inbound to Linhart, who is hounded by Rigsby. Wheels his way to the top of the arc. Works back off a Hawkins screen. Up top, Welling fakes the three. Hesitates on the dribble. Almost carried it, but just didn't. Might have gotten away with an extra step. Instead, he turns it over. Laster comes up with the steal. 4-on-2 for the Mavericks in the blue jerseys. The lob up top near side. Off the right hand of Rigsby. Saved by Laster on the near sideline. Down on the deck, it's Reed who's able to save it to Laster. And a little sigh of relief here for the Mavericks as they save the possession. Shot clock is down to 12. Laster, a gallop to the left block, a flip with the right hand in traffic, and he scores off the window. 14-13 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. UT Arlington, the underdog, is in the lead here in this WAC semifinal. Linhart straight away, Welling, left wing, quick to fire a three, too strong. Rebound snatched there by Amari Reed. Averages just 2 a game, has picked up a couple. Foul at the other end on the pass up ahead to Tyron Mason. And it looks like this is going to go on Hayden Welling, the Corner Canyon High School product in Draper, Utah. And indeed it is. Nowhere close to the active shooting, though, and nobody is in the bonus just yet. 3 fouls against Utah Valley, 5 against UT Arlington. 10:46 to go first half. Mavericks 14, Wolverines 13. Number 4 seed has a 1-point lead over the number 1 seed, the regular season champion Utah Valley Wolverines. They clinched, winning it on their own on the final day of the regular season with a 2-overtime 104-101 barn burner against Utah Tech in St. George. And they're mopping up a wet spot at the top of the arc on the right spot, or the right side rather, of the court in the area in between the WAC Tournament Las Vegas 2026 logo and the top of the three-point arc. So 1-point Mavericks lead, 10:46 to go first half. Sideline inbound, Rigsby able to get it in calmly to Chavis. Laster darts away. Evans sets the screen. Rigsby in the far corner. He's checked there by Weaver. Right-hand drive, hip high, backs it out. Good defense there by the redshirt freshman Weaver. Rigsby again sludges inside, kicks out in the right corner. This time it's Mason who kicks on the right wing to Rigsby. Shot clock is down to 6. Mavericks have to go. Laster, the quick cross, a hop into the lane, and a foul on the shot with 3 on the timer. Utah Valley commits a little bit of a bailout. There was nothing there until there was for the Mavericks. So that'll send Basil Laster, the sophomore from Philadelphia, to the line for 2 shots as he was in the act of shooting. 4th team foul against the Wolverines. And they pick up Tyler Weaver with the foul, it looks like. And indeed, that is the official call. Laster, a 79% foul shooter, drains the first. He has got one of the widest bases you will ever see standing at the foul line. Looks like a house made of brick in the tail of the 3 little pigs. The big bad wolf could not blow him down if he tried. Has him well past shoulder width. He bounces it once, twice, spins it in the right hand. Flexes the knees, rises. That one is strong, tipped around, ball into the far corner, and it's almost saved by Mason. We'll see who it touched last. And they say the Mavericks hit it last, and the Wolverines catch a break after being unable to secure the defensive rebound. 10:18 to go first half, 15-13. It's 4th seeded UT Arlington with the early edge here against Utah Valley. Wolverines break a little token pressure from KT Turner's team, who sit back into a 2-3 zone. Housley has it hip high, 1 dribble, pass up top to Linhart as Utah Valley tries to get into their zone offense. Have not seen this look just yet. Chest pass, Housley, ball in the right corner. Witherspoon puts up a 3 and he rips the cords to put the Wolverines back up by 1, 16-15 with 9:50 to go in the first half. Sherman Witherspoon, the 4th, was 6 of 7 from distance in the regular season finale against Utah Tech, a 35% shooter from beyond the arc this year. Cash Chavis at the other end for UT Arlington. Chisels into the lane, kick out Rigsby at the left elbow. He crashes into Witherspoon, throws it back up top Mason. 8 on the timer, hesitates with the left hand, hip high, gallops off 1 foot, fades from the left block, comes up short. Linhart secures the rebound for Utah Valley. Wolverines go right to left, up by 1. We're past the midway point of half number 1 here in this WAC semifinal. Hawkins works it around. Witherspoon on the near side, drifts up top, rises for a 3, and he puts it down. Sherman Witherspoon, the 4th, a tough triple, took some contact, no call, but made it anyway. He's on a 6-0 run of his own, 19-15. The Wolverines lead the Mavericks with less than 9 minutes to go in the first half. Chavis at the other end in the blue jerseys for UT Arlington, probing his way down into the paint against Linhart, backs it out Into the left wing, it is Rigsby. Checked by Witherspoon. Number 4 on number 4. The kick to Mason. He slips through 2 jerseys on the baseline. Near side, flips it up, deadens it off the heel. It goes in with a foul. 3-point play opportunity here for Tyron Mason, the North Texas transfer. That was a tough move and able to showcase the soft touch, putting it in just the right spot. Tyler Medeiros, the redshirt freshman, checks in for Isaac Hawkins and the Wolverines. Todd Phillips giving a little bit of coaching to his junior from Fort Mill, South Carolina. But it is the sophomore from Plano, Texas, Tyron Mason, at the line, a 72% foul shooter. Did not score last night in the win against Southern Utah in 14 minutes of action. Number 3 bends the knees, rises, flicks the wrist, and shaves the front of the iron. That was close to being an air ball. Linhart, the rebound. 8:35 to go first half. Utah Valley 19, UT Arlington 17. WAC semifinal game right here on Sirius XM. Linhart downhill, off 1 foot, right-handed floater is too strong, and the rebound claimed there by Tyron Mason in a crowd. He kicks to Chavis. Mavericks Kintyre take the lead. Chavis drives through a crowd, and he's fouled, throwing up a reverse, driving left over his head. Knew he was fouled, just tried to get the 3-point play. But Cash Chavis is going to the line for 2 shots. UT Arlington attempting free throws 5 and 6 here in the early going. They average 23 foul shot attempts per game as a team. That is second in the WAC. Chavis, a couple of bounces of the ball in the right hand, and he rolls in the first, hitting the front of the iron. He is maybe a bit generously listed at 6'2", sophomore from Minneapolis, transferred from Arkansas, was a 3-star prospect and a top 25 point guard and combo guard in the country coming out of high school. His second free throw hits all nylon, and that ties the game at 19 with 8:19 to go in the first half of this WAC semifinal game. Holcomb back out there for the Wolverines. He has 2 points, has not made a field goal, got both of his points on 2 looks at the charity stripe. He's got the ball, left elbow extended. Gets downhill, double team comes, kick out Linhart, works at Housley, top of the arc, fakes the shot, slashes left side, goes up and under the right hand, too strong off the glass. A scrum for the ball, and UT Arlington comes up with it. Seamster got it off to Laster. Mavericks in a tie game with less than 8 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, nifty dribble there. Davis went left, right, back to the left, and then missed the floater wide to the right and strong. Utah Valley with the rebound. 19-19, 7:45 to go first half. Linhart, Housley in the right corner, fakes the 3, throws it to Linhart, who cradles it hip high, works it over to Holcomb on an over-the-head pass. He's able to chisel his way downhill, flip with a right hand, soft touch. It hit the left side of the rim twice before it fell through. And it's 21-19, Utah Valley a 2-point lead, 7:19 to go in the first half off the first field goal from the first team all-WAC selection, Jackson Holcomb. Winner to the conference championship game tomorrow night here at the Orleans Arena against the winner of California Baptist and Utah Tech. It's Laster with a probe, a spin. He's cut off, got away with a travel, gets it to Seamster. Ball around the perimeter, shot clock at 5. It's Lowry in the corner, darts back with 3, with 2. Got to put it up in a crowd, lost it. Witherspoon comes up with a steal, his 19th of the year. Utah Valley doesn't push though, up by 2, 6:45 to go first half. Witherspoon already has 2 threes in the game. Thought about a left wing 3, defers to Linhart. Ball just continuing to move, barely hitting the ground for the Wolverines. Here is a slow drive downhill by Witherspoon, has it knocked out of bounds. It stays with Utah Valley when we get back. 6:35 to go in half number 1. Utah Valley 21-19. They've got the ball and a 2-point edge when we return. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships right here on Sirius XM.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes. Like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Clutch Seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the Western Athletic Conference.
Jersey Mike's proud supporter of Western Athletic Conference women's sports, a sub above. The WAC Women's Championship game is set tomorrow afternoon here in Las Vegas. It will be number 1 seed California Baptist, number 2 seed Abilene Christian. Should be a fantastic ball game between two teams that were, by record and perhaps by eye test as well, the two best throughout the course of the entire year. Utah Valley finished the regular season at number 1. Of course, they brought home some hardware after clinching at least a share of the regular season crown on March 5th at Southern Utah with a 92-88 win. They've got a 21-19 lead over 4th-seeded UT Arlington with 6:35 to go here in half number 1. Wolverines shooting at 47% from the field, 7 of 15. UT Arlington 44%, 7 of 16 from the floor. Wolverines, though, have had the edge from beyond the arc. That's no surprise. This is a UT Arlington team that's second to last in the WAC this year during conference play in made three-pointers per game. They make just about 5 per game as a team. They only shoot at 29% as a group. Contrast that with Utah Valley. They make 6.5 threes a game at a 33.5% clip. So that has played out as you would expect. But UT Arlington has gotten to the foul line. They're 4 of 6, and they just keep finding ways to get out in transition and score in the paint. They are being led right now by Basil Laster off the bench with 5 points. Cash Chavis, a starter, also has 5. Sherman Witherspoon, the fourth, has 6 points on the other side for Utah Valley. 6:35 to play, first half. Utah Valley 21, UT Arlington 19. Wolverines basketball, baseline inbound, far side of the left basket. Utah Valley sends Braden Housley down there to trigger in. He does to Witherspoon on the right wing, who fakes a deep three. He's got the attention of this Arlington defense with a couple of triples. Housley off a pick near side, kicks up top. Medeiros drives his way into the paint, kick out. Witherspoon on the right wing with 1. He's got to put up the 3. Good if it goes. Front iron and a bounce over, but a save by Medeiros. Back to Noah Tates on the left wing. Housley has it and works it up top to Jackson Holcomb. He crowbars down the lane. He's bumped by Seamster. And the Mavericks' second leading scorer just picked up his second personal foul. KT Turner doesn't care for the call, but that'll bring Miles Goodman into the game off the bench. So he's actually going to go in for Cameron Jackson. So Rayshawn Seamster out there with 2 fouls. It's the 6th against UT Arlington, and now Laster comes in for Seamster. So 6:12 to go, first half. Utah Valley baseline inbounds, far side of the left basket, and a 21-19 lead. They floated into Medeiros, who pushed off a little against Goodman, no call. Entry pass Holcomb at the right elbow. Shot clock at 15. Holcomb right elbow extended. Gets his way downhill on Mason. It is knocked away into the far corner. It stays with the Wolverines, 10 to shoot, and a tough inbound spot. Todd Phillips barking out instructions to my right in dark gray pants, white shoes with a green Nike swoosh, and a green pullover. Housley is all the way into the far corner from the baseline, gets it in to Holcomb with 8. He's defended by Mason. He pops the clutch downhill, and he lost it with a knee-high dribble taken away there by Jordan Lowry. That is turnover number 7 for the Wolverines. Mavericks at the other end looking to tie or take the lead. Goodman, far block extended, works his way on Holcomb, turns to the left hand, flips it up, hits the front of the iron, skips over the cylinder, tipped out, and it goes back to the Wolverines. So Goodman's first shot attempt comes up empty, and Utah Valley maintains a 2-point lead, 21-19 with 5:42 to go in this first half. There's a scattering amount of royal blue for the UT Arlington contingent that have made the trek here to Las Vegas, but it's mostly green. Holcomb straight away 3, rims off. Medeiros the rebound. Wild reverse isn't there, too strong, but a foul will put Tyler Medeiros at the free throw line. Doesn't score much, doesn't get to the foul line much either. He had 2 points and 4 rebounds in just 7 minutes of that double overtime win to end the regular season for Utah Valley. Those were the first points he had scored since January 29th. And here he is for just his 13th and 14th foul shots of the year. He's 7 of 12 so far, cocks it back over his right shoulder and flicks it up long and off the mark. Boy, kind of a funky motion there, like if Marcus Camby shot on the right side of his head instead of his left. Redshirt freshman from Middleton, Idaho. Scored over 1,000 points in high school, was the defensive MVP. Bounces it once, again cocks it over his head. He's able to roll in the second off the front of the iron, backboard and down. 22-19, Utah Valley the lead in this WAC semifinal over UT Arlington. 5:20 to go and a rolling clock in the first half. A double team here on the near side, and a foul is called on Braden Housley as Rigsby jumped out to get rid of the ball. And the foul is called. Players jarring at each other right now. Housley was just making a motion at Jordan Lowry that he's too short as he put his left hand hip high, and it's 1-1 as that's 17 fouls against the Wolverines. So that puts Marcus Rigsby Jr., the Troy transfer, to the line. He's a 67.5% foul shooter. Did not play last night against Southern Utah and has not attempted a foul shot in his last 3 games. 3 points and 1 assist so far tonight. Hit a triple earlier as the shot clock was winding down. Utah Valley's trying to get organized. They put Housley on the top of the right side of the key instead of Tate. So 1-1 here for Rigsby. Spins it hip high, bounces it with the right hand, flex the knees, flicks the wrist, too much spin, and it rattles around and off. If there is such a thing as too much spin on a jump shot, of course. 5:15 to go first half, 22-19. Utah Valley the lead, and the ball going right to left in the white jerseys against the blue. Witherspoon right side drive, and off a pogo stick, Amari Reed blocks the shot off the backboard. UT Arlington, the rebound going the other way, down by 3, less than 5 minutes to go in the first half. Mason greases the wheels, runs a man down. Witherspoon out of position, though, is called for the blocking foul. We'll see if this is 2 shots or if it is a 1-1. And it is on the ground, so a 1-1 as that's 18 fouls against Utah Valley here in this first half with 4:56 to go. And a 22-19 lead for the Wolverines over the Mavericks. And it's Tyron Mason, who missed his only foul shot earlier. He was a 72% free throw shooter. A 1-1 on the way. It's long. Karam's out. Claimed by Jackson Holcomb. Missed opportunities there for the Mavericks at the line. They still trail by 3. Holcomb the other way. Lenhart kick out. Left wing 3 is up. And it's wide to the left. Tipped around. Last touch by, they say, Amari Reed underneath. He was fighting for the rebound with Jackson Holcomb, and his hand followed through to touch it last. So Utah Valley, another baseline inbounds. Far side of the left basket with a 22-19 lead over UT Arlington. 4:46 to go in half number 1. Winner gets the winner of the late game. That's Utah Tech and California Baptist. That will happen right after this one, and it'll be here on Sirius XM. Utah Valley trying to get back to the conference championship game where they fell to 2-seeded GCU a year ago. Inbound pass to Holcomb. He pinwheels to the right block and gently puts it home with a right hand off glass. 24-19. Utah Valley with the lead. 4:36 to go in the first half. Holcomb has got 6 points. Only 1 rebound, though, for the leading rebounder in the Wolverines. Aggressive drive. Boy, a bolt of lightning from the left wing. That's Basile Laster, who's gliding to the bucket for 2. Just elevated over everybody. An eruption to the rim. 24-21. Utah Valley's lead is 3. 4:15 to go first half. Tates works off a Holcomb screen. Up top, Medeiros works it to Witherspoon on the left side. Jab step works back off the screen. Holcomb missed a 3 earlier, doesn't shoot many, defers to Tates. Shot clock at 10. Works his way top of the arc. Long 2, cash. Noah Tates, his first bucket of the night, 26-21. Utah Valley pushes the lead back to 5 with 3:55 to go here in half number 1. UT Arlington being very patient right now on offense. Laster again on that left wing. Being given some space. Cross to the right hand on Holcomb. He kicks Lowry up top. Rainbow 3. Wide to the right. Rebound fought for. Tipped around. And it's Laster who comes away with it. Got pushed a little by Medeiros, but no foul. On the left wing. Goes between the legs. Behind the backs. Bullet pass. Back door. And it goes after hanging on the rim. Tyron Mason. Oh, what a tough finish. Looked like he was flying for a moment as he just stayed airborne, barely got the shot off, and he has a chance for an old school 3-point play when we get back. 26-23, Utah Valley the lead over UT Arlington with 3:29 to go in half number 1 of the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Championship semifinal. We're back after a break right here on Sirius XM.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes. Like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Clutch seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the Western Athletic Conference.
University Credit Union, the official financial institution partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Visit ucu.org today to join. Federally insured by NCUA. Spencer McLaughlin back with you inside the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 3:29 to go in this WAC semifinal first half. Utah Valley the 26-23 lead over UT Arlington in a battle of Lone Star State and Beehive State Conference foes. Utah Valley, of course, off to the Big West after this season. UT Arlington will be a part of the UAC. This is the final edition of WAC Vegas in all its glory. There have been some crazy games over the years. Utah Valley has been a part of them on more than one occasion, and looking to punch their ticket to make a return trip to the conference championship game where they lost a year ago, 89-82, to second-seeded GCU. Tyron Mason for UT Arlington completed an incredible bucket, hanging down the right side of the lane, barely getting the shot off. It hung on the right side of the iron for about 2 seconds before falling through, and he has a chance here to complete the old-school three-point play. 0 of 2 at the line tonight. UT Arlington is a team just 4 of 8. Bounces the ball twice in the right hand, a flex of the knees, a flick of the wrist, and he's got all he needs. 26-24. UT Arlington trails Utah Valley with 3:20 to go in this first half. Slip pass, Welling, flare pass on the near side to Lenhart as the Wolverines set up the offense. Witherspoon wheels up top, catches the pass, ball moving ferociously for Utah Valley around the perimeter and down low. Somehow the ball gets to Welling off a pass from Medeiros from the right block, and a foul as Welling went up in a crowd. Boy, Medeiros might have gotten away with an extra step going downhill, but somehow got it away in time. And that sends his front court mate Hayden Welling, a 6'9 senior from Draper, Utah, to the foul line. Bounces it twice, spins it hip high, rises, and rims off the first one. He is a 68% foul shooter, has only scored 8 total points in his last 2 games. In the third meeting against UT Arlington, he had just 1 total point, had 14 in the first matchup. This is meeting number 4 for these teams, as is the case for every matchup here in WAC Vegas. Second free throw on the way, and it is good. 3:10 to go first half. Utah Valley 27, UT Arlington 24. Mavericks 4-7 all time against Utah Valley. This is the first time they have ever met in the conference tournament. Laster with a cross, hangs in the air, challenged at the rim, and he's blocked by Isaac Hawkins. Worked his way right around the man at the top of the key. Here goes Chavis behind the back, knifing down the lane. He flips it up. That was deflected, and a foul is called against UT Arlington in the backcourt, and that is 9 team fouls against the Mavericks, so a 1-and-1 here as the loose ball was attempted to be grabbed by Tyron Mason. He commits the foul, and Isaac Hawkins, a 78% foul shooter, is going to the line for a 1-and-1. 9 team fouls against both teams, so for the final 2:51 of the first half, it will be double bonus. But this is a 1-and-1. Hawkins able to switch the first one. 28-24, Utah Valley inches 1 point further ahead. Weatherspoon out, and Tyler Weaver comes into the game for Utah Valley and third-year head coach Todd Phillips. Hawkins ready for the second. He towers above most at 6'10", and he calmly hits a pair of foul shots. 29-24 is the Utah Valley lead. 2:50 to go. Clock winding here in this first half. Utah Valley goes to a 2-3 zone. First time they have shown this look to this UT Arlington offense, and a kick ball as the left wing entry pass from Tates was kicked, extending his right foot. Laster just backs up a couple steps to the sideline to inbound it. Fresh 20 for the Mavericks, down by 5 with 2:38 to go in the first half. Chavis whips it to Lowry. Bounce back Chavis. Back to Lowry on the right wing. Fakes the three. Threads it inside. Laster. Here goes a cutting Mason. Again, he waits patiently. Kicks it back out. 8 on the shot clock. Ball moves around. Lowry carves in. Kick out near side. It's a Mason three from the corner, and he's got it. Tyron Mason, just a 28% three-point shooter, makes his first look of the night. He's got a game-high 10. It's 29-27. Utah Valley the lead and the ball coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first half. Mavericks just 2 of 6 from 3. That's about the way they operate from beyond the arc. Weaver on the near side for Utah Valley. Right hand hip high dribble. Up top he dumps to Hawkins. Shot clock is down to 8. Tate's far side goes behind the back. Terminates the dribble up top to Welling with 3. With 2 at the elbow. He corkscrews. He flips. Hits the right side of the iron. Rebound claim by Laster for UT Arlington. They go left to right. They can tire. Take the lead. Chavis accelerates in. Drop off. Mason waits. Flips wide to the right. Trying to get it back. Hawkins rips it away, but not before a jump ball is called. And that keeps it with the Mavericks, who trail by 2 with 1:38 to go in this first half. This has been a tightly contested battle throughout. No team has led by more than 5. That was Utah Valley just a moment ago. And a timeout taken on the floor. We will take a 60-second pause as well. 1:38 to go in the first half of this WAC semifinal. Utah Valley 29, UT Arlington 27. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships on Sirius XM.
University Credit Union has been serving students, employees, and alumni of the university community for more than 70 years. We've got plenty of moves that benefit our members, like the lowest loan rates in the nation guarantee, educational resources, personalized savings and investing advice, and 24/7 online and mobile banking. Plus, our virtual assistant, Royce, is always happy to deliver an assist. University Credit Union, the winning choice. Learn more and join today at ucu.org.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in.
Back in action, 1:38 to go first half. Utah Valley 29, UT Arlington 27. Mavericks on the baseline inbound. Turn it over with a bad pass. Housley comes up with the steal. Welling over the head pass. Weaver in the near corner. Darts to the left block. Throws up a righty floater, and the teardrop goes down the chimney for 2. 31-27. Utah Valley by 4. 1:20 to go first half. That was not what KT Turner had in mind after taking that use it or lose it timeout a moment ago. Utah Valley sits in the 2-3 zone. UT Arlington attacks the right basket in the blue jerseys with white numbers and white letters. Flare pass to Weaver, or check that to Lowry on the far side. Back to Chavis with 10. Nothing doing here off a Laster screen. Drifts to the right. Shot clock down to 5. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Bullet pass. Laster goes right at a vertical Hawkins, who isn't quite vertical enough, and a foul is called. Shot came up short. Todd Phillips didn't like the call, and that is because his big man just picked up his second foul. We have barely seen Isaac Davis, the starting forward for Utah Valley, in this first half because he picked up 2 early fouls. Holcomb also on the bench with 2 fouls for the Wolverines, their leading scorer. Laster back to the free throw line. First one with a nice arc, drops right through the cylinder. He's got 8 points. He's 2 of 3 at the line on the season. He's a 79% foul shooter. Comes into tonight 22 of 25 at the line over his last 3 games. Spins the ball a hip high, patiently waits with that wide base, and is able to fire up and drain the second free throw. 57 seconds to go first half. Utah Valley, the 31-29 lead. Chavis pressuring Linhart in the backcourt. Welling gave him a scream. He gets across the timeline, backs it out outside the arc towards the center line. 45 seconds to go in this first half. Housley on the right wing. Veers his way up top, dribbling it left hand, hip high. Linhart wheels around, gets to the right elbow, slips a pass backdoor. Welling with a rise and a one-handed hammer from the far side of the basket. 33-29, Utah Valley stretches the lead to 4. Less than 30 seconds to go in the first half, and UT Arlington can hold for 1 shot. What a feed from the WAC leader in assists. Trevon Linhart did an outstanding job finding the senior from Draper, Utah, Hayden Welling, who went to the rack with authority. 10 on the game clock at center court. Chavis with daggers in his eyes, sways it back and forth, knee high. Between the legs he goes with 5, with 4, with 3. Checked by Linhart, drives to the left, pump fake up with a left shot, and it is off the mark with his offhand, went over the rim with an air ball, and that is how the first half comes to a close. Utah Valley with the 33-29 lead over UT Arlington in this WAC semifinal game. And I'll break it down and much more from around the Western Athletic Conference when we get back. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships semifinals between the Wolverines and the Mavericks right here on Sirius XM.
Clutch seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the Western Athletic Conference.
Across the country, there are destinations that are calling. We stand proudly above the ranks, a testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence in all that we do. Always embracing the extraordinary.
7 dynamic cities, home to 7 world-class institutions.
The Western Athletic Conference. Together, we are one WAC.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals,
Come on, Vincent.
but mostly for her son.
You got this.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
University Credit Union has been serving students, employees, and alumni of the university community for more than 70 years. We've got plenty of moves that benefit our members, like the lowest loan rates in the nation guarantee, educational resources, personalized savings and investing advice, and 24/7 online and mobile banking. Plus, our virtual assistant, Royce, is always happy to deliver an assist. University Credit Union, the winning choice. Learn more and join today at ucu.org.
Welcome back courtside from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. In this WAC semifinal at the half, Utah Valley, the 1 seed, with the lead over 4th-seeded UT Arlington, 33-29. Mavericks got off to a hot start shooting at the first media timeout. They were making 2/3 of their field goal attempts. They wind up shooting just 38% from the field. These are the 2 best defenses statistically in the Western Athletic Conference based on the regular season results. That has showed up so far in this first half. It has been tough sledding. Both teams have definitely turned down the turnovers as the game has gone along. Wolverines shooting 46% from the field, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, right about at their season averages. But we had about 9 turnovers in this game in the first 4 minutes and change, but we end the first half with just 12 total, 5 for UT Arlington and 7 for Utah Valley. Wolverines are led right now by a trio of players with 6 points, Hawkins, Holcomb, and Weatherspoon. And Jackson Holcomb, having 2 fouls in that first half, kept him on the bench a pretty good amount. And the only player in double figures in this defensive slugfest so far is Tyron Mason, who has been excellent coming off the bench. The North Texas transfer has gotten it done, 10 points, made his only 3-point attempt in the first half. Mavericks were just 2 of 6 from beyond the arc overall. UT Arlington and Utah Valley looking to secure a spot in that Western Athletic Conference championship game tomorrow night. They'll take on the winner of California Baptist and Utah Tech, who will play later tonight. That game will be right here on Sirius XM as well. More coming on the halftime show here from Las Vegas. You are listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships. Utah Valley 33, UT Arlington 29. More coming your way right here from Las Vegas on Sirius XM.
University Credit Union has been serving students, employees, and alumni of the university community for more than 70 years. We've got plenty of moves that benefit our members, like the lowest loan rates in the nation guarantee, educational resources, personalized savings and investing advice, and 24/7 online and mobile banking. Plus, our virtual assistant, Royce, is always happy to deliver an assist. University Credit Union, the winning choice. Learn more and join today at ucu.org.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. How many moments can you give?
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Well, welcome back inside the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, where we have got a halftime score of 33-29. Utah Valley, the regular season champions, with the lead over UT Arlington. Thrilled to be joined now by the Director of Communications for the Western Athletic Conference, Eric Danner, joining me here on the halftime show. Eric, thank you so much for all the work you do to make all of this happen. How has it been so far this week in what is sadly the final WAC Vegas?
There is some sentimentality to this, with this being the final WAC Vegas in terms of the WAC brand retiring. We have been honoring it. We got a video playing actually on the Jumbotron right now that we put together several of these for kind of celebrating WAC history over the years. And the one playing right now is from the 90s when Utah went to the national championship. Keith Van Horn was one of the top players. It's pretty amazing when you look at the totality of the WAC since 1962 and some of the great things that have happened over the years.
Yeah, it's amazing to think about how long the conference has been around, how many teams have come and gone, and all of those great moments that we've gotten to enjoy. And we still don't know what the biggest moment might be from this year's tournament because there is still so much time left to play basketball, really, even though there are just 3 games left. That's an eternity, of course, in college basketball. But what have been your impressions so far of the tournament that we've seen this year?
Well, on the men's side, one thing we know for sure is we're going to have a new champion.
Yeah.
Because the last champion since 2017, we've only had Grand Canyon, New Mexico State win the WAC on the men's side, and CSU Bakersfield before that. So none of the 7 teams that we're playing this week, obviously we're down to the Final 4 here, have won the WAC championship, so that's exciting. On the women's side, we're going to see CBU and Abilene Christian in the championship, top 2 teams, kind of fitting there in the championship. So looking forward to a great game there as well.
Talk about what it has taken to put this tournament on. I mean, a lot of folks probably don't realize how much work goes on behind the scenes, how many staffers there are, how many volunteers are here. I do play-by-play up the road at Southern Utah, and I feel like half of our athletic department is down here. It's been very familiar for me. I actually walked in the other day for the first time and picked up my credential from someone who I recognize from up in Cedar City. There are so many people that it takes to put all of this on. Talk about all that it takes to bring everyone a conference tournament.
Well, this is the one event where everybody in our conference office comes to the championship. The other side of that, Spencer, is that Jason Frank is a person we've worked with for a number of years here. He works over at UNLV, but he's in charge of all the volunteers. We have something like 50 volunteers working this championship, and it goes everything from, taking your ticket to running the cameras in the press room to making sure the teams get in and out of their locker rooms. And we couldn't really do this without them. So it's been really fantastic to have that base of volunteers. And they come from all the different schools, and some of them are local. But we could not put this championship on without them in the way that we do it right now.
What have been your impressions of the first half of this game so far? Again, Utah Valley, the regular season champions, 33, UT Arlington, the 4 seed, 29. Defensive slugfest so far.
Yeah, I was interested to see how UTA would come out after playing a grinded-out game last night, and Utah Valley getting that double bye. You know, are they going to be a little rusty at the beginning, perhaps? But then we saw one of the great dunks of the tournament here, by Welling right before the end of the half. So I think that we're going to see more of the same in the second half. It's only a 4-point game, so could be down to the wire, and that's kind of been the MO for this tournament so far.
Yeah, and fans that have been here all day, or staffers as well, probably a little relieved to see a tight game once again, because they have been tight all week. And then you had 2 games this morning to set the stage for the women's championship game tomorrow. And you saw California Baptist and Abilene Christian both really flex their muscle in those wins over Tarleton State and UT Arlington.
Yeah, I think you really saw the advantage of the double bye in those 2 games.
Yep.
Because CBU looked really crisp, really fresh. Interestingly enough, they did not do their shoot-around this morning, and that was their only opportunity to be in this gym. And as you know, over the years, sometimes the depth perception is a little different than a lot of the arenas and gyms we have in the WAC. And to see CBU come out when they shoot 6 for 8 from 3 to start the game, I mean, they were just shooting lights out. But that shows you Jared Olson, he's a guy who's won this tournament twice. Nothing seems to rattle the guy, and that's why CBU is so tough, and they're going to be tough to beat tomorrow. Eric
Danner, Director of Communications for the Western Athletic Conference, joins us here in the halftime show. Thank you so much for stopping by. 4:15 to go before half number 2. Utah Valley 33, UT Arlington 29. We will start the final 20 minutes of basketball of this WAC semifinal when we return. You are listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championship right here on Sirius XM.
Clutch seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the Western Athletic Conference.
Across the country, there are destinations that are calling. We stand proudly above the ranks, a testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence in all that we do. Always embracing the extraordinary.
7 dynamic cities, home to 7 world-class institutions.
The Western Athletic Conference. Together, we are one WAC.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
University Credit Union has been serving students, employees, and alumni of the university community for more than 70 years. We've got plenty of moves that benefit our members, like the lowest loan rates in the nation guarantee, educational resources, personalized savings and investing advice, and 24/7 online and mobile banking. Plus, our virtual assistant, Royce, is always happy to deliver an assist. University Credit Union, the winning choice. Learn more and join today at ucu.org.
Some make it their main career. Some give a weekend a month. All we need are the moments. In the Air Force, how you serve is more important than how much you serve. You always get more out than what you put in. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. How many moments can you give?
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Welcome back inside the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 33-29, number 1 Utah Valley against number 4 UT Arlington. The Wolverines, the regular season champions, have got the lead with a berth in the conference championship game on the line. And as Eric Danner, our director of communications of the Western Athletic Conference, told us at the half, there will be a new champion this year for the first time in what seems like quite a while, as GCU's off to the Mountain West where they're competing this year. They're also here in Las Vegas. A lot of teams, of course, playing their conference championship tournaments this week. It is indeed the most wonderful time of year. Soldout.com. Visit soldout.com, the official ticket resale marketplace for the Western Athletic Conference. Utah Valley in the first half turned it over 7 times. 5 of those came in the first 4.5 minutes. They started to clean that up, but have a couple of guys in foul trouble. Hawkins, Davis, and Holcomb, 2 of them starters with 2 fouls for Utah Valley. Seamster picked up 2 early fouls, played just 8 minutes in the first half for the Mavericks. 33-29, Utah Valley into the lead over UT Arlington. Wolverines in the white jerseys, green numbers, green letters trimmed in that forest green. UT Arlington, the royal blue jerseys with the white numbers and white letters, and it's Utah Valley ball. We flip ends. Wolverines attack left to right across your audio dial right here on Sirius XM. Spencer McLaughlin with you from Vegas. Pass tipped out of bounds by Cash Chavis, coming out of the hands of Trevon Lenhart. And that is how the second half begins. 8 seconds shaved off the shot clock there. Lenhart to inbound from right next to his bench. Witherspoon comes together at 33-29. Utah Valley the lead and the ball. Lenhart down the lane, over the head pass. Housley on the left wing, pass tip. Witherspoon straight away, open for 3. Hits the front of the rim. Rebound claimed by Miles Goodman for UT Arlington. Mavericks go right to left, looking to make it a 1-possession game. These are the 2 best defenses in the Western Athletic Conference. We saw that in the first half. McCreary picked up a couple early fouls, barely played in the first half. He decides to opt out of a post-entry pass, works it around. Seamster, top of the arc with 10. He crowbars, twirls to the left rather, gets it up with the left hand. Soft touch off the back of the iron, and he is able to drop it through. 50 seconds into the first half, and the first points of the second 20 go to the Mavericks. 33-31, Utah Valley, the lead and the basketball going right to left, or rather left to right. They went right to left in the first half. Got to get my bearings here in half number 2. Witherspoon on the left wing cradles it. He's hounded there by Lowry, the freshman. Shot clock very quickly down at 2:10. Housley on the right wing off a handoff from Holcomb. Kick to Lenhart with 7. Up top, Davis the 2 fouls. Slithers a pass to Holcomb. Right block extended. Over the head pass. Far corner 3. It's up. It is down. Braden Housley for 3. And it's a 5-point Utah Valley lead with 18:35 to go in the game. 36-31. They are on top. Housley with 8 points, a team high for Utah Valley. He's 2 of 2 from 3. He's just a 27% three-point shooter on the year. Mavericks with the ball at the other end. McCreary on the left wing hesitates, sees 2 white jerseys, bullets a pass to Goodman on the baseline. McCreary gets it back, top of the circle, drives down the lane, and he chisels to the right hand and lays it in off the glass. An answer there by the Mavericks' leading scorer, just under 13 points per game, all WAC second team selection. 36-33, Utah Valley the lead, 18 minutes to go in the game. Witherspoon wheels around straight away, fires a 3, and he rips the cords. Sherman Witherspoon the 4th, his 3rd triple of the night, 39-33. This is the largest lead of the game for Utah Valley with 17:45 to go here in half number 2. Lowry, top of the arc, just dribbling the ball with his left hand, pounding sand, gives to Seamster. He jackknifes into the paint, spins around on a top, spinning again, and Holcomb stays straight up, he thought, but a foul is called as Seamster hit the deck for an errant shot. Todd Phillips can't believe it, and it looks like they got Trevon Lenhart for the foul. He picks up his first, so Holcomb was not the guilty party. Wolverines' leading scorer almost picked up his 3rd personal foul. Instead, Rayshawn Seamster, a 58.5% foul shooter, goes to the line. He was just 48% a year ago. First one on the way off the right side of the iron. Karams to the left. 12 points per game on the year. Hasn't scored more than 6 in any of the first 3 meetings with Utah Valley. The Wolverines won them all. Seamster's second free throws. He waits, fires. It's too strong. Lenhart able to grab the rebound. It popcorned around for a moment, but 2 missed foul shots. Wolverines catch a break. 39-33. They lead the Mavericks, 17:25 to go here in this WAC semifinal right here on Sirius XM. Witherspoon leaps to catch a pass in the near corner, bounces it with two hands on an over-the-head pass to Lenhart, top of the arc. Davis the handoff, Housley on the left wing. Shot clock down to 8. Holcomb, the pass almost intercepted by McCreary. Gets downhill and he travels. Shuffled the feet as he stumbled his way toward the basket. And Utah Valley commits their first turnover of the second half. Their 8th overall of the game. Second for Holcomb. 17:08 to play. Utah Valley 39, UT Arlington 33. Lowry, the freshman from Denton, Texas, out there with Chavis, the starting backcourt. Two underclassmen for KT Turner. March so important to get quality guard play. UT Arlington getting that tonight from their two youngsters. Bounce pass to Seamster. He crowbars his way to the left block on Holcomb, who blocks the shot up top. Risks the foul, and he comes away with it going the other way. 3-on-2, bounce to Housley. It's taken away by Chavis. Left in the passing lane. 2-on-1. McCreary on the right wing. Pump fake. Lenhart flew by. Chavis to Lowry on the left wing. Good recovery there by the Wolverines. McCreary catches, fires. Right wing three. He got it. Marcel McCreary, a 32% three-point shooter, cuts the deficit in half. 16:30 to go, second half, 39-36. Utah Valley the lead in the ball, going left to right. Entry pass to Davis, far block extended. Backing down one-on-one with Goodman. He fades in the paint, drops it through with a right hand and a foul. Isaac Davis played just 8 minutes in the first half because of two fouls. He's got a chance for an old school three-point play. That was his first field goal attempt of the night for a guy who has scored 14 points in 5 straight games, or had rather, entering the regular season finale against Utah Tech when he played just 14 minutes. And he goes to the line, a 68% foul shooter. He's 7 for his last 12 at the charity stripe. Gets the ball on a bounce from Official, cradles it with his left hand, bounces it twice with the right, spins it hip high, fires the free throw, and he got it. 3 points for Isaac Davis. 16:20 to go, second half. 42-36. Utah Valley the lead over UT Arlington with a berth in the conference championship game on the line. Mason is trapped. Bad pass. Housley able to come up with a steal. Flings it up ahead, and it's tracked down like a safety by Cash Chavis. Back-to-back turnovers by each of these teams. Mason in the far corner for UT Arlington as they in the blue jerseys attack the left basket. McCreary, right side, carves, throws it near side through the hands, coming in my direction. That might be as close as I'll get to the ball all night, and it's a turnover for UT Arlington. That gives Utah Valley the ball, and we have hit the under 16 media timeout. 15:57 to go in half number 2. A berth in the conference championship game on the line. It's Utah Valley 42, UT Arlington 36. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championship right here on Sirius XM.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals.
Come on, Vincent.
But mostly for her son.
You got this.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Back inside the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Spencer McLaughlin with you. 15:57 to go in half number 2 in this WAC semifinal. 42-36, Utah Valley the lead over UT Arlington in the 4th meeting between these programs this year after everyone played everyone 3 times in this final year of the Western Athletic Conference as we know it. UT Arlington will be a part of the new UAC, merging with the ASUN. Utah Valley will be a part of the Big West, but that's not on their mind right now because that automatic berth in the NCAA tournament is still up for grabs, but you have to win in order to have a chance to watch with a high level of intent later tonight when California Baptist takes on Utah Tech. That game will be called for you right here on Sirius XM. Air Force Reserve, stay local, serve global in the Air Force Reserve. Visit airforce.com SportsAlert.com. The Western Athletic Conference would like to thank its great corporate partners for sponsoring the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC basketball championships. On the women's side, it'll be Abilene Christian and California Baptist tomorrow afternoon. What a game that should be. Part one of the men's championship game will be decided right here, and it is Utah Valley basketball going left to right here in half number 2 with a 6-point lead. Just over 4 minutes gone by in the second. Housley looking to get the inbound into Linhart, and he is able to. It was picked up by Cash Chavis, who is as quick as you will find in the Western Athletic Conference defensively. Linhart spins away to go crawl across a couple of screens. Holcomb on the right wing moves it to Housley. Wolverines staying on the perimeter so far on this position. Linhart in the far corner and a foul away from the ball. Who is this on? Looks like it is going against Amari Reed, the freshman for UT Arlington. He picks up his first, the second team foul against the Mavericks, so a fresh 20 for Utah Valley with a 42-36 lead, 15:37 to go, second half. Baseline inbounds, Housley in the far corner, lobs. Holcomb is all alone. He waits for Reed to come over, and he finds his way into the middle, and he's blocked up top by the 6'8" Amari Reed. Scrum on the deck. They're playing Twister on the floor. Jump ball looks like is the call, and indeed it is. Possession arrow gives it back to the Mavericks. These two teams defensively have been simply outstanding in this game and really throughout the entire season. They're the two best statistical defenses in the Western Athletic Conference this year coming into this game. They have put that on full display tonight. 15:25 to play, 42-36. Utah Valley leads fourth-seeded UT Arlington. And it's Mavericks basketball going right to left in the royal blue jerseys. White numbers trimmed in white. Chavis right elbow extended. The handoff to McCreary on the far side, and it's an offensive foul on Cash Chavis. The Arkansas transfer gave the handoff to McCreary, then moved to set the screen in the real time. And so he picks up the foul. It's his second, team's third. Wolverines the ball going the other way, up by 6. 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Housley the post entry, far side to Davis. Left block extended, one-on-one with Reed. Davis loves going to this right hand. He backs down, he spins to the left, and he's fouled going up with that right hand. 2 shots coming here for Isaac Davis, a 68% foul shooter who completed the 3-point play a moment ago. This certainly feels a little bit like danger time for UT Arlington, down 6. You know, this Utah Valley offense that has averaged over 80 points per game on the season can get going in a hurry. The Mavericks dead last in the league in scoring during conference play, just over 70 per game. Davis first free throw on the way. Not a ton of arc, but it goes through, and that's all that matters. No photos on a scorecard is what you'd say on the golf course. No photos on a scoreboard when you're playing here on the hardwood. This has been a tightly contested game the entire time. The lead is 7. That's the largest it has been for Utah Valley tonight. They have led most of the way. UT Arlington's last lead was at the 10:21 mark of the first half when they led 15-13. Been all Wolverines since then without a tie during that time as well. Wolverines have led for over 21 minutes of the game. We have played 25. Davis's second free throw, end over end, and it is too strong. Rebound to Mason. 14:50 to go first half, 43-36. Utah Valley the lead, UT Arlington the ball. They beat the half-court trap that Utah Valley set up there. Chavis crashing down the lane through 2 jerseys, up with the left hand, leaves it short. Davis running the break as a point forward, gets to the right elbow, slips it. Housley, right hand up and under with English off the glass. He puts it through. 45-36. Utah Valley extends its largest lead of the night with 14.5 minutes to play and a winding clock here in Las Vegas. KT Turner looking for answers, and he takes a timeout. The Utah Valley faithful, about a third of them on their feet as they have built their largest lead so far of the game. We'll step aside here on Sirius XM, 14:22 to go in the second half. Utah Valley 45, UT Arlington 36 in this WAC semifinal. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championship on Sirius XM.
Across the country, there are destinations that are calling. We stand proudly above the ranks, a testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence in all that we do. Always embracing the extraordinary,
7 dynamic cities, home to 7 world-class institutions.
The Western Athletic Conference. Together, we are one WAC.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
Jersey Mike's proud supporter of Western Athletic Conference women's sports, a sub above. Their conference championship matchup is set. Top-seeded California Baptist and second-seeded Abilene Christian tomorrow. Jared Olson and Julie Goodenough will battle it out on the hardwood for their 4th meeting of the year, with a trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. Still waiting to see who will emerge, but Utah Valley has swelled a 9-point lead, 45-36. They're on top of 4th-seeded UT Arlington with 14:22 to go here in half number 2. Wolverines have made 4 of their last 5. They're on a 6-0 spurt, and this is their largest lead of the night so far. It has been a tightly contested one throughout, which you'd probably expect between two teams that have been the best defensive groups in the Western Athletic Conference this year, both allowing around 67 points per game on the season. UT Arlington first in league play, and Utah Valley comes in at second. Their defenses have been carrying them throughout the year, especially UT Arlington, who went 18-13 coming into this one, 9-9 in Western Athletic Conference play. Got the win in the quarterfinals over Southern Utah last night, 69-63. Utah Valley comes into this game 24-7, 14-4 in their 18 Western Athletic Conference regular season games. Wolverines haven't played since last Saturday in the regular season finale in St. George. They won a double overtime thriller, 104-101. It's Mavericks basketball, trailing by 9 with 14:22 to go in the second half. Marcel McCreary is strolling across the timeline close to his head coach, KT Turner, who he's just about an inch taller than. And he inbounds from the front court sideline, gets into Chavis, and we are back underway. Mavericks trying to find some offensive answers against this stingy Linhart-led defense. A kick in the corner, a right wing 3 for McCreary, rattles off the mark. Linhart, the rebound, he throws ahead to Tates on the right wing. Utah Valley, a chance to get this lead to double digits. Linhart handles calmly at the center court logo. Tyron Mason just like Jaws slowly creeping up into his airspace. Double team off the screen. Davis at the free throw line. Slips it back door. Welling turns on the far side. He flips it in with a right hand. And Hayden Welling has pushed it out to 11. 47-36. Utah Valley on top. 13-40 to go in the ball game. Cash Chavis to the elbow. Whips it far side. It's McCreary. Darts inside down low on Houslin. He draws a foul going up for 2 shots. And so Marcel McCreary is headed to the charity stripe, trying to get himself going a little bit. 5 points, just 2 of 4 shooting in 10 minutes of action for the second team All-WAC selection and leading scorer for this Mavericks team. Native of Fort Worth, Texas, Northern Colorado transfer has been a big part of this Mavericks program. He makes the first free throw. He's an 85% free throw shooter on the year, best on this UT Arlington team. Quickly bounces it once with his right, once with his left, and he drains the second. That was a confident look at the line, like a strong putting stroke there for Marcel McCreary. 13.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Utah Valley 47, UT Arlington 38. Arlington goes to a zone defensively to change up the looks. Ball finds its way to Welling in the far corner. 15 to shoot. Tries to thread a pass to a cutting Housley, who comes away with it into the far corner and kicks up top Linhart. 10 on the timer. Here comes Isaac Hawkins to set the pick. It's a go screen. He goes back to the left, back to the right. It's Linhart bobbing, weaving, floating with the right hand, and he kisses it home off the glass. 49-38, Utah Valley on top of UT Arlington, 12:55 to go here in half number 2. Laster returns to the game for KT Turner, kicks the seamster on the right wing. He barrels into the lane, turns around, keeps his pivot foot, kicks to Chavis on the near wing. 15 to shoot. Up top, Laster tries to drive on Tate. Spins back to the middle. Throws it up. Took some contact. Bakes it home. No call. But how about that shot there by Basil Laster? He's got 11 points to lead the way for the Mavericks. 49-40. The Utah Valley lead back to single digits with 12 and a half to play in the ball game. Tates catches a pass. Hands back to Lenhart on the left wing. Hawkins comes to set the high ball screen. Lenhart whips, far corner. It's a Welling three. It skips over the cylinder into the near side of the court, and it's claimed by Laster for UT Arlington. No numbers as the Wolverines were able to recover. Laster between the legs on the left wing, goes behind the back and hands off to Marcel McCreary. McCreary can score from anywhere on the floor. Throws up top, Tyron Mason backs it between the wickets at the logo. One-on-one with Housley, hesitates, charges, goes up and under, takes some contact, flips it up. He gets the roll from the left side of the iron, and one opportunity for Tyron Mason would be his second of the night if he can convert. And boy, has he had some big time buckets for the Mavericks. He'll have to wait for the other side of the media timeout. 11:54 to go. UT Arlington refuses to go away in this WAC semifinal. They trail Utah Valley 49-42. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships right here on Sirius XM.
Clutch seats. Get in on the action. Don't miss the save. Scoring tickets has never been easier. Get your tickets now at soldout.com. Soldout.com is a proud partner of the Western Athletic Conference.
Across the country, there are destinations that are calling. We stand proudly above the ranks. A testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence in all that we do. Always embracing the extraordinary.
7 dynamic cities, home to 7 world-class institutions.
The Western Athletic Conference. Together, we are one WAC.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. No artificial sweeteners. And 75% less sugar. Gatorade Lower Sugar. Hydrates better than water. Is it in you?
Welcome back to the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Spencer McLaughlin with you here on Sirius XM. 11:54 to play in half number 2. With a berth in the WAC championship game on the line, top-seeded Utah Valley leads fourth-seeded UT Arlington 49-42. Vivint U is the official ticketing partner of the Western Athletic Conference, and thank you to all of the great corporate sponsors for the Western Athletic Conference for sponsoring the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships. Utah Valley has ratcheted up the efficiency in this second half. They shot at 51% from the floor in the first. They're 6 of 9 from the field in the second, but UT Arlington has also found a good group. They're 5 of 8 from the field, resembling the first 4 minutes of action of this game back in the first half. And on the other side of the break, Tyron Mason, with soft touch, was able to get a bucket to go through hoop plus the harm. And so the sophomore from Plano, Texas, transfer from North Texas, is at the line to try and complete an old-school three-point play. Bounces the ball twice, pauses, rises, and it goes halfway down and out. Rebound Hawkins for Utah Valley. 11:50 to go, second half, 49-42. Utah Valley the lead and the ball going left to right across your audio dial. Lenhart barely got that across against an extended zone pressure here from UT Arlington. They go 1-3-1. Witherspoon on the left wing. Got a man in the air. Wasn't able to get the shot off. Shot clock has been shaved down to 10. Lenhart back near the center court line. Guarded by McCreary. Back to his left. Hoists a three. Too strong. Ball popcorns into the air, and it's caught there by Marcel McCreary for UT Arlington. Mavericks go the other way, down by 7. McCreary off a screen. Whips it near side. Mason darts to the free throw line and backs it back out. Cash Chavis comes to get the basketball to ignite the offense. Seamster the ghost screen. Chavis jackknifes into the lane. Kick out Seamster. Fakes the three. Spins on a top. Keeps his pivot foot down. Kick out Mason. 9 on the timer in the left wing. Angles up top. Back at the logo with 5. 1-on-1 with Welling. Cross to the right hand. To the elbow with 2. He's got to put it up. Up and under. And he doesn't get a shot off in time. It's a shot clock violation. Turnover number 9 for UT Arlington. And with 10:53 to go in the second half, trailing by 7. Empty trips, never what you're looking for if you are the Mavericks. This is a Utah Valley team that can slow the game down or speed it up. And the guy at the controls right now, Trevon Linhart, is a big part of that. Staring at that 1-3-1 look of the blue jerseys. Lobs a pass over the top to Holcomb. Over the head pass, Linhart on the right wing. Back to Holcomb as they just play ping pong back and forth. Linhart catch and shoot. Right wing three is up and down. A fist pump with the left hand from Trevon Linhart. He's got his first 3 on 4 attempts, 7 points for the all-WAC first-team selection. The lead is 10:52-42 with 10:20 to go here in the second half. Wolverines on top of the Mavericks. Laster lost the ball in a handoff. Linhart races the other way, rises and stuffs with the right hand. The Utah Valley faithful love it, 54-52. Their team on top. We have reached the midway point of the second half of this WAC semifinal. Tates defends Laster on the near side, who chisels to the baseline, kicks it back out. Chavis on the left wing, waits patiently, gives to Seamster. He carves to the right elbow. He spins again. He rises. He flips. He can't get the roll. It bounces around in the air. They play pinball, and eventually Holcomb comes away with it. 9:40 to go in the game. Utah Valley by 12. And Todd Phillips telling his team to slow things down. Linhart accelerates for a moment, but then backs it back out. Works left off a Hawkins screen, and he is fouled by Cash Chavis. That's 5 team fouls on the Mavericks, so no free throws yet for Utah Valley, who lost to GCU in the WAC final a year ago. Looking for a return trip. They would face the winner of California Baptist and Utah Tech. That game will be for you later tonight right here on Sirius XM. 9:31 to go, second half. Utah Valley 54, UT Arlington 42. Witherspoon to inbound from the sideline, and he does. Back to a man-to-man defense for KT Turner and UT Arlington. Hawkins catches a pass and a foul away from the ball, all the way in the far corner. Looks like they got the freshman Jordan Lowry grabbing a darting Noah Tates way away from the play. Oh, they're going to review this, it appears. One of the officials just made an indication discussing with the other. There was a shot to the face. And so the teams retreat to their sidelines respectively, and the officials are going to go over to the monitor and take a look. Things have started to spiral in a positive direction for Utah Valley and a -1 for the Mavericks. You wonder if a little frustration didn't just carry over. The officials haven't gone to the monitor yet. They are still discussing just outside at about 2 o'clock of the center court WAC tournament logo here at the Orleans Arena. And a couple of them head over there now, so they are going to take a peek and see if anything warrants getting upgraded. There was a foul called, so it's not as if there was a replay initiated to see if contact should have been called. There was a common foul on the court, was the initial ruling. And they're going to see if there is unnecessary or excessive contact. Anything that's not a basketball play could get upgraded to a flagrant. And boy, down by 12, that is the exact last thing you would need if you're UT Arlington to give the Wolverines, who as a team are 10 of 13 at the line tonight, 2 shots and the ball. All 3 officials are huddled over at the scorer's table opposite where we're set up on the broadcast side of things here in Las Vegas. They have not shown a replay on the Jumbotron. The Utah Valley fans are dancing around trying to get on the fan cam right now. And so one official is now making an explanation. No, he's just redirecting the UT Arlington huddle. He moved them about 1.5 feet, maybe. I guess that was worth it. They're still probing over at the monitor, and we've officially reached the point, to me, if you haven't seen anything that warrants a clear and present upgrade, then you should probably stick with the call on the court. Now, I do say that without having seen the initial action. It was behind a flurry of bodies, like looking through the trees on the far side of the court, and it was away from the ball. And they are still taking a long look. This would be a really brutal break for UT Arlington, as they are on the wrong side of a 2:28 scoring drought, 2 minutes 28 seconds that is. They are still taking a look. It just, if it needs to take this long, you're probably looking for something that isn't actually there. When it's clear and obvious, I know you take a look at a couple of angles. 9:26 to go in the second half, 54-42, Utah Valley with the lead, and they will have a chance to add to it regardless of the outcome of this call. There's one fan who's trying to get into the peripheral vision of the officials. His thoughts on the matter are very clear. He believes it was a flagrant and that there was unnecessary contact to the face. Now they have convened away from the monitor and they are discussing, and we're just waiting for an official announcement from the crew. And they are still talking about it. One official just made a gesture to his right cheek with his hand as if to somewhat recreate the action that drew all of this. But again, we've been sitting here without basketball having been played for several minutes. If it needs to take that long, well, looks like there was a very muddled announcement from the official that sounded something like, after review, the call in the corner. And so a technical foul has been issued against the freshman Jordan Lowry for UT Arlington. 6th team foul. It is Lowry's second personal, and that will mean 2 shots in the ball. Now, interesting, they went to review for a possible flagrant, came out with a technical. So Lowry is whistled for it. Cash Chavis is pleading his teammate's case to no avail. And so Sherman Weatherspoon the fourth, a 77% foul shooter. So he'll go to the line for 2 shots, and this could be the moment where Utah Valley starts to open it up. Still a long way to go. First free throw from Weatherspoon looks short, and it barely hits the front of the rim. Boy, that did not look like a confident release from a guy who's been an excellent free throw shooter. Second one on the way, and he swirls it down. So 1 point there makes it 55-42. Utah Valley on top, their largest lead of the night with 9:26 to play in the ball game. Both teams trying to get back to the conference championship game. Utah Valley was there a year ago, UT Arlington the year before. They both lost to GCU. Hawkins in the far corner gets the baseline inbound. Wolverines have 20 seconds to shoot. Witherspoon darts in from the left wing, gives to Holcomb up top. Shot clock down to 10. Linhart wheels around right elbow. Kick Hawkins, he puts it on the deck one time. Linhart, another right wing three. He's got it again. Ring it up for Trevon Linhart, his second triple, and it's 58-42. Utah Valley on top of UT Arlington with 9 minutes to go here in this WAC semifinal. Dump pass down low, far block. Reed waits for traffic to clear, banks it too strong off the glass. Holcomb the rebound for Utah Valley. Linhart pushing the break where he's so dangerous, double teamed, and a kick ball by a leaping Jordan Lowry. Hit the leprechaun leap there and extended the foot. Easy call for the official, and it'll be a sideline out of bounds for Utah Valley with a 58-42 lead, 8:47 to go. Wolverines in no hurry. Linhart being hounded a bit by Chavis out near center court. Feeds Holcomb on the left side, and a foul away from the ball. This will be free throws, and they're getting Basil Laster, the sophomore, for the foul. 1-and-1 here. Boy, UT Arlington letting this one slip away from them. Wolverines won all 3 regular season meetings, and right now in control to make it 4-0 in the same season. KT Turner looking for an explanation, being told to stop by one of the officials. He didn't like the call. Tates is at the line, and he swirls off the first free throw. 73.5% foul shooter. keeps it at 58-42. Utah Valley the lead. Laster dives to the bucket from the left side and lays it in off the window. 58-44. Utah Valley the lead in the ball. 8:25 to go in a moving clock here in this second half. Wolverines attack the right basket. Witherspoon on the right wing, puts on the deck with the left hand. Crossover knee high, feeds Hawkins up top. Handoff Linhart on the far side. Utah Valley very patient here. Linhart throws up top. Holcomb, a submarine spin, and he is fouled going up. Jackson Holcomb has had a quiet night by his standard, going to the line for 2 shots where he shoots it at 66.5%. First team All-WAC selection. It was a first team All-State selection at Timpanogos High School in Charleston, South Carolina. 8 20-point efforts this year, 15.5 points per game, a team best, 71 steals in 31 games, a part of this great Utah Valley defense. Number 2, Ever Crafty, has been at the center of it. Tate's out, Weaver in for Utah Valley, Seamster back in for Lowry for UT Arlington. Holcomb hit the first free throw and has another one on the way. Second time he's been to the line tonight. He's 3 of 3, bounces it twice, knee high, rises, way too strong there. He almost banked that in but missed. Laster secures the rebound. Mavericks go right to left, down by 15 with 8 minutes to go here in this WAC semifinal. Winner takes on the winner of California Baptist and Utah Tech for the right to go to the NCAA tournament with that automatic berth. Laster far wing, darts a pass inside, a corkscrew from Seamster and a left-hand finish off the glass. Good move by Rayshawn Seamster. He has got 6 points, only 1 rebound though for the team's leading rebound grabber this year. 7:35 to play in the game, 59-46. Utah Valley the lead and the ball. They're using a lot of time. Chavis picks the pocket of Linhart, darts to the right block, lays it up off the window and down. Cash Chavis with his 33rd steal of the year. Just did it all himself. 59-48, 7:15 to go. The Utah Valley lead is shaved down to 11. Linhart on the right wing, cuts inside, feeds Holcomb. Right elbow, he throws it back out to Linhart on the near side. Floats to Holcomb in a crowd. 2 blue jerseys, over the head pass through the hands of Hawkins. Too much butter on the popcorn, and it's a turnover. Chavis throws to Mason, near side, up and under with the right hand. Finishes on the far side of the rim. How about this spurt from UT Arlington? 59-50 the score. 6:50 to go in the game. The Wolverines just can't put away those pesky Mavericks. And a timeout taken by Utah Valley. They lead by 9. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championship. It's a semifinal between Utah Valley and UT Arlington. Wolverines lead the Mavericks 59-50, 6:46 to go. We'll have it for you when we get back right here on Sirius XM.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals.
Come on, Vincent.
But mostly for her son.
You got this.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes, like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
Right when it looked like Utah Valley was on cruise control, the Mavericks a 6-0 run over the last minute, and UT Arlington is within 9, 59-50, 6:46 to go in half number 2. Spencer McLaughlin with you here on Sirius XM from the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. You can't have higher stakes than win or go home with the right to play in a game with an NCAA tournament berth on the line. And UT Arlington could have folded a moment ago, staring at a 16-point deficit. Instead, with a turnover and a couple of lay-ins, a couple of turnovers forced, actually. It's that defense fueling that UT Arlington offense, as has been the case for the best defense in the WAC in the regular season. University Credit Union is the official financial institution partner of the Western Athletic Conference. Visit ucu.org today to join, federally insured by NCUA. Todd Phillips took the timeout to settle his team down. They've got a 59-50 lead, 6:46 to go in the second half. Housley to ignite the inbound near sideline against the UT Arlington defense. Back in a man-to-man, gets it to Holcomb in the near corner. He is double-teamed, leaps over the head pass. Housley straightaway three, wide to the left, missed the rim, only hit the backboard. UT Arlington the rebound, looking to build on a 6-0 run, down by 9. Laster gallops down the lane, kick out Seamster in the far corner, almost got away with a travel, finds some space, flips it up and in with a foul, and a chance for a three-point play for Rayshon Seamster. He's got 8, looking to make it 9, and it's an 8-0 run for UT Arlington. With their season on the line, they keep finding stops, and Seamster, who is a 59% foul shooter, 0 of 2 tonight, to complete the three-point play. He does not. Too strong. Davis the rebound for Utah Valley. 6:25 to go in the second half. 59-52. Utah Valley the lead and the ball going left to right. Braden Housley starts the offense up top. Trevon Linhart on the bench for Todd Phillips, getting a little bit of a break and almost another turnover, but it's a kick ball. Chavis leapt into the air to disrupt the pass, but it hit his foot. Fresh 20 for the Wolverines. And right on cue, Weaver checks out, and Trevon Linhart back into the game for Todd Phillips. Can't give your starting point guard too much of a break, I suppose, with the season on the line. 6:11 to go, 59-52. Top-seeded Utah Valley leads fourth-seeded and ever-scrappy UT Arlington. Ball inbounded to Housley, right back to Linhart. He probes off a Davis screen, feeds Witherspoon on the right wing, on the deck with a right hand, works his way into the near corner. Three-pointer is strong. Davis the offensive rebound, though, on the far side of the left block. Kicks it back out to Linhart with 15. Davis sets the screen. Linhart dives left. Davis lost the ball. It hit the backboard, comes back out. Shot clock at 10, and a foul on Housley as Chavis looked to ignite the break. 5th team foul against the Wolverines, so not the worst scenario there for Utah Valley, but they haven't made a basket in over 2 minutes. 3 turnovers in their last 2:17 and no points in that time. It's still an 8-0 Utah Valley, or rather UT Arlington run. 5:49 to play in this WAC semifinal, 59-52. A lot of Wolverine fans in attendance, a lot of nervous expressions on their faces right now. They held a lead of 16 at the 9:12 mark of this second half. UT Arlington attacks the left hoop. They look for the lob back door. Offensive foul on the screen. Witherspoon got dead-legged and knocked to the hardwood. And so a turnover for UT Arlington. Boy, that was a missed opportunity for KT Turner's team. They had a chance to continue the run and really put the pressure on the Wolverines, who send Weaver back into the game. Witherspoon goes out. He'll get checked out by the training staff, but looks to be okay, going over there well under his own power. 5:39 to play, half number 2. WAC semifinal, 59-52. Utah Valley the lead, and the ball going left to right. And the white jerseys with green numbers and green letters trimmed in green all around. Entry pass to Davis, top of the arc, hands off Linhart, puts on the deck with the right hand, cross to the left. Weaver left wing extended, far corner, it's Tates. Shot clock is down to 10. Tates wheels around, free throw line, throws up a floater, left side of the iron, rebound, claimed out of the air by Tyron Mason. Mavericks come right to left, down by 7. It's Laster downhill with a vengeance, and he's fouled. We'll see if that's in the act of shooting. It's 6 team fouls against Utah Valley. The officials are discussing. It looked like it was more on the cross than the shot attempt, but they say it was on the gather, and so Laster, a 79% foul shooter who has lived at the line over his last 4 games, including tonight, 25 of 29 in that span, is there for 2 shots with 5:09 to play, and he's got the first. The Harcum College transfer averaged 14.5 points a game, 6.5 boards, and 4 assists, while shooting at 82% from the stripe. Harcum College up in Pennsylvania for the Philadelphia native. Now to UT Arlington. His second free throw is pure. 59-54. UT Arlington has cut the deficit 5 with 5 minutes to go. Do or die here in this semifinal matchup in WAC Vegas. Linhart wheels around on the left wing, catches the pass, feeds Witherspoon. They go to Holcomb, near block extended. Crashing into Mason with his shoulder, backing down, left hand hip high dribble, turns to the right hand and softly feathers it off the window for 2. Tough move for Holcomb. He's got 9, 7-point Utah Valley lead. Seamster in the crowd quickly at the other end, draws a foul, and he's going to the line for 2 shots. 4:38 to play in the game, 61-54. Utah Valley with the lead, and Seamster with a pair of foul shots to try to get it back to 5. Todd Phillips and the Utah Valley faithful in attendance, of which there are many, felt like there was a lot of straight-up defense as Davis picks up his 4th personal foul. Seamster's first free throw is good. Just dropped it on the near side of the back of the iron. He had been just 1 of 4 at the line, or check that, he had been 0 for 3. He's now 1 of 4 at the line. Another one on the way for the Portland, Oregon native. Got it. 61-56. Utah Valley a lead of 5. 4:38 to play. Tense times for those from up in Orem. Holcomb brings it across the timeline. 1-on-1 with Mason. Terminates the dribble. Back to Lenhart, who wheels around. Hawkins pops out to get it at the top of the arc. Holcomb fakes a pass down low. Shot clock is down to 10. Lenhart on the left wing. Feeds Witherspoon chest high up top. And a foul by Laster. That's 10 team fouls. 2 shots are coming here. A bailout mistake by the sophomore. After hitting 2 free throws a moment ago, he gives 2 free throws to Sherman Witherspoon the 4th, who's 77% on the year, 1 of 2 tonight. With 7 seconds on the shot clock, the ball had yet to be entered inside the arc for the Wolverines. And it results in 2 free throws here, double bonus the rest of the way. A swish on the first for Witherspoon. He's got 11 points. He's got 3 triples tonight. All of them came in the first half. Only 3 Wolverines have made a 3. Housley's got 2, Lenhart with 2, Witherspoon with 2. They're still playing without their best 3-point shooter, Tyler Hendricks, who has been unable to play since February 26th. Has missed the last 4 games, including tonight. Second one on the way here for Witherspoon with 4:15 to play in the ball game. He left it short. 62-56, Utah Valley the lead. Mavericks with a defensive rebound, they go right to left. Utah Valley sits into a 2-3 zone. Those royal blue jerseys of UT Arlington set into the zone offense. A dash inside the arc from Laster, backs it on the next swing, sways it knee high, gets himself into the lane, flips it up. Oh, it drops off the back of the iron and down with a foul. A chance for a 3-point play for Basile Laster, active for better or worse at both ends of the floor. He'll be at the line when we come back. 3:53 to play in this WAC semifinal. Our final media timeout. It all comes down to this, 62-58. Utah Valley on top of UT Arlington. You're listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championship on Sirius XM.
After 5 years of military service, Staff Sergeant Zaragoza is still setting goals.
Come on, Vincent.
But mostly for her son.
You got this.
She was ready for more family time. She was ready for the reserve.
Join us for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving on March 25th, where 100% of sales will be donated to support Special Olympics athletes.
It's a great way to support the athletes. Like me. It's basically like doing this. Or this.
And all you have to do is get a sub, like this guy. Join us March 25th for Jersey Mike's annual Day of Giving.
Okay.
Be a sub above.
University Credit Union has been serving students, employees, and alumni of the university community for more than 70 years. We've got plenty of moves that benefit our members, like the lowest loan rates in the nation guarantee, educational resources, personalized savings and investing advice, and 24/7 online and mobile banking. Plus, our virtual assistant, Royce, is always happy to deliver an assist. University Credit Union, the winning choice. Learn more and join today at ucu.org.
This broadcast brought to you by SoldOut.com. Visit SoldOut.com, the official ticket resale marketplace for the Western Athletic Conference. What a semifinal battle we have brewing here at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 3:53 to play. Top-seeded Utah Valley, 62. Fourth-seeded UT Arlington, 58. The Wolverines at the 9-12 mark of this half held their largest lead of the night at 16 points. They led 58-42. Since then, a 16-4 run for UT Arlington has brought them to well within striking distance with a berth in the conference championship game tomorrow night on the line. They'll face the winner of California Baptist and Utah Tech, who play immediately after this one. Basile Laster has had a fantastic game. He has a chance to tie his season high if he can make the free throw here and complete the three-point play. The foul was on Noah Tates, his first, the team's 8th. UT Arlington has committed 10 fouls. The Wolverines have not put the Mavericks in the double bonus just yet. Laster, a 79% foul shooter, 5 of 6 tonight with a game-high 17 points. Flexes the knees, waits, fires, hits. 62-59, 3:53 to play. Wolverines have struggled on offense with 4 points in the last 5.5 minutes. Linhart goes between the legs. He is being hounded by Cash Chavis. Gets it off to Witherspoon on the near side. He accelerates to the foul line, backs it out. Ball works its way around the perimeter. Linhart for Utah Valley to Holcomb on the right wing. 10 to shoot. Tates, pinwheels top of the arc with 8 on the timer, feeds Linhart on the far side. He darts to the free throw line, kick out straight away. Holcomb 3 off the mark. Rebound is claimed by Utah Valley, and Isaac Hawkins is fouled. Has a whistle been blown? Yes, there was indeed a foul on the play. It looks like they are getting Amari Reed. It was hard to hear. The horn for the shot clock appeared to go off, I think, accidentally, and everyone froze for a moment. Wasn't sure if a whistle had actually been blown, but because the foul was on the Mavericks, that is double bonus time for Utah Valley. So Isaac Hawkins, a 78% foul shooter, who is 2 of 2 at the line tonight, has a chance to get the Utah Valley lead back to 2 possessions with 3:23 to play. First free throw rattles around and out. Could not keep it in the popcorn machine. Hawkins kind of cocks it into that shooting pocket over his right shoulder next to his right ear. 6'10 junior from Fort Mill, South Carolina, College of Southern Idaho transfer, rattles out the second. 3:20 to go, 62-59. Utah Valley the lead. UT Arlington with the ball going right to left. KT Turner barking out instructions. Here goes Chavis, Submarines, right side, flips it up. No, Reed fighting for the rebound, and Hawkins comes away with it for Utah Valley. Boy, Cash Chavis had a great look, let traffic fly by, and just could not convert. Less than 3 minutes to go, a 3-point lead for the Wolverines. They attack the right basket here at the Orleans Arena. Fans anxiously on their feet, having made the trip down from Orem. Hawkins, left elbow extended, puts it on the deck with the right hand. Here comes Linhart, gets it, almost kicked the ball. Shot clock is down to 5. He's got it with a low ankle dribble on the left side, down the lane. Housley, left corner, 3. Can't get the roll off the front of the iron. Rebound fought for by Linhart. Laster comes away with it for UT Arlington, going right to left, down by 3. Laster in and out, down the left side, lost the ball going up. Was it deflected? They say yes, and it stays with UT Arlington. KT Turner pleading for a foul. He doesn't get it. Isaac Davis into the game for Todd Phillips and the Wolverines. Up by 3 with 2:25 to go. A berth in the conference championship game on the line. What a ball game this has turned into right when Utah Valley looked like they would run away with it. The defense of UT Arlington, best in the WAC, has stepped up big. Marcel McCreary re-enters, Tyron Mason out for KT Turner and the Mavericks. 2:25 to go in the game. Jackson Holcomb, by the way, has got double nose plugs with tissue or tissue-adjacent product. Looked like he might have been popped at some point in this game. The guy is just battling through it, an absolute warrior. And one of the officials is waiting on the baseline. I don't know exactly what we're waiting for right now, but now we're good to go. 2:25 to go, 62-59. Utah Valley the lead, UT Arlington the ball, baseline inbound near side of the left basket. They lob it into Seamster in the corner. Backs his way down, almost slides the foot, keeps his pivot, flips it up with the right hand and in. A patient 2 points for Rayshawn Seamster. It's a 1-point game with 2:15 to go, 62-61. Holcomb gets it back from Linhart to start the offense up high for the Wolverines. Linhart on the left wing. Dashes his way to the baseline, cut off by Chavis, wheels back to the elbow, turns around, 12 to shoot, Witherspoon deep, left wing three, wide to the right, tipped out of bounds, and it's last touch by the Mavericks, so Utah Valley catches a break, crashing the offensive glass. They average 12 per game on the year. They have picked up just 8 so far tonight, but they create a second chance. 1:53 to go. This has turned into a thrilling nail-biter in the last, about 7.5 minutes of game clock. Utah Valley 62, the number 1 seed regular season champs against the 4th seeded UT Arlington Mavericks. Baseline inbound for Linhart and the Wolverines. Gets it in to Holcomb. He crowbars his way to the left side with the left hand off the glass for 2. Jackson Holcomb with the bucket. He's got 11. The Utah Valley lead is 3, 64-61 with 1:40 to go. Chavis not being pressured out near center court straight away by Trevon Linhart. Laster comes to get it. He's tied a season high with 18 points. Hesitates on the right alleyway drive. Kick up top. Seamster between the legs. He corkscrews, keeps the pivot foot down, fades away with the right hand. He drops it through. Rayshawn Seamster, another big shot. He's got 14, 1:18 to go. It's a 1-point game again. Utah Valley 64, UT Arlington 63. Wolverines won all 3 regular season meetings, and it doesn't matter right now. Holcomb on the left wing, one-on-one. Chavis trying to sneak behind for the steal. Holcomb rips through in a sea of blue down low. He goes up, and he is fouled. UT Arlington wanted a jump ball. Instead, Holcomb got hit on the arm, and he's going to the line for 2 shots. Oh, the action has turned ferocious. Hundreds of Utah Valley fans behind the Wolverines bench to my right from a broadcast setup across the court on their feet. Plenty of surrender Cobras as they anxiously await the free throws from Jackson Holcomb. 66.5% on the year, 3 of 4 tonight. First one on the way, comes up short. A round of applause from the UT Arlington faithful in attendance. That royal blue scattered throughout the maroon seats lined in black here at the Orleans Arena. Another free throw on the way with 1:01 to go in a 1-point game. Holcomb to give the Wolverines a lead of 2. Takes a deep breath, bounces the ball twice, a third time knee high, rises, fires, and he swishes it. 1:01 to play. Utah Valley 65, UT Arlington 63. A berth in the Western Athletic Conference championship game tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Pacific on the line. Todd Phillips has gone surrender Cobra on the sideline. They go to a 1-3-1 zone to change up the look against the Mavericks. Less than a minute to go. They work it around the perimeter. McCreary in the left corner. Pump fake and a man flew by. Angles to the left wing. Darts inside. Chavis flips it up short, and a foul is called. The threaded bounce pass by Marcel McCreary. Chavis flipped it up, took some contact. Utah Valley can't believe the call. Looked like there was a bit of contact, and it's on Isaac Davis. It's his 5th, and the sophomore's night is done with 4 points and 3 rebounds in just 14 minutes of action. Second straight game, he's only played 14 minutes for the Wolverines, who have been off since Saturday in that double overtime thriller against Utah Tech. They won down in St. George, 104 to 101. Cash Chavis at the line for UT Arlington. A chance to tie the game. He drains the first. A 78% foul shooter. Chavis is 4 of 4 at the line tonight. A nail biter at the Orleans. Bounces it twice. Light flex of the knees. Flick of the right wrist. He's got the second. We are deadlocked. 65 apiece. 46 seconds to go. This is March. Holcomb brings it across the timeline. About a 16-second difference. Shot and game clock. Wolverine faithful rising to their feet. Mavericks doing the same. Linhart off a pick up top. Down the lane. Floats it up. Shot is blocked. He's got it back. Down low. He's cut off. Straight away Housley. 14 to shoot. Shot clock did not reset. Witherspoon left wing extended. 8 on the timer. Linhart's got it back near center court. Here comes Hawkins to set the screen. He works his way to his left. He probes. He slides. Holcomb left hand. No, but a foul. Off the window, it swirled around and out. Toilet bowl rejection off the glass, but 2 free throws coming here for Jackson Holcomb with 18.5 seconds to go in what has turned into an incredible game. Utah Valley led by 16 at the 9-12 mark here in the second half. And it is Holcomb who just split a pair back to the line, shooting 2. Both teams double bonus the rest of the way. Holcomb's first, high, arcing, and good. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on 4 of 9 shooting, and 5 of 7 at the line for the first team all-WAC selection, native of Charleston, South Carolina, Jackson Holcomb. He's got a second one. Both teams have 2 timeouts. Holcomb fires. He got it. Didn't come close to the cylinder in the best way. Utah Valley takes a timeout. The Wolverines lead by 2, 67-65 with 18.5 seconds to go here in this WAC semifinal diaper dandy of a basketball game. You have to admire the persistence and relentless effort of UT Arlington, who played last night. They are the less rested team, as Utah Valley's playing their first game of the tournament here in this WAC semifinal. They've been off since Saturday. UT Arlington defeated Southern Utah 69-63 last night here at the Orleans Arena. They were down 16 with just over 9 minutes to go. They have charged all the way back. It was a 58-42 Wolverines edge. Since then, it is a 23-9 run. That defense for UT Arlington has stepped up, but now they have to find the offense. Down 2 with 18.5 seconds to go. Basile Laster has 18 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Rayshawn Seamster with 14 on 6 of 11 shooting. We haven't called Tyron Mason's name in a while, as we haven't seen him on the floor for a little, but he's got 14 points. Have to imagine those are among the top options, but don't sleep on Cash Chavis, even though he's just 2 of 7 from the field. The sophomore can get downhill in a hurry and just hit 2 free throws to tie the game a moment ago. Holcomb's free throws have given Utah Valley a 2-point lead. 18.5 seconds to go. High pressure mounting with every passing moment here in Las Vegas. Utah Valley leads by 2. UT Arlington to inbound. They get it into McCreary. Shot clock is turned off. It's running on the game clock with 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. It is Laster straight away. One-on-one with Housley. Hesitates. Drive to the left. Gets to the block. It's erased up top. Hawkins with the rejection. Tipped out of bounds on the far side. Arlington has it in a scramble with 1. A right wing 3 for the win. No, it's short. Utah Valley wins, and they will play for a Western Athletic Conference championship. A hectic sequence, and the Wolverines survive. 67-65, the final score. Elation for the hundreds in attendance, rocking the Utah Valley green. It was almost tipped out of bounds. The three-pointer went up amongst a sea of bodies, hit the right side of the iron, and that is how the game comes to a close. It was Rayshawn Seamster that got the look, but how about the block from Isaac Hawkins? Leads the team in block shots, goes in for a defensive substitution from Todd Phillips, and he blocked Basile Laster's floater from the left block. Not even close to being a goaltend there, and the Wolverines hang on, and they will play for another conference championship. Goodness gracious, what a basketball game. UT Arlington's late charge comes up just short, and the Mavericks season comes to a close tonight here in Las Vegas. Boy, I got to catch my breath for a moment. That was quite the finish to the ball game. Laster was going downhill all the way in that final sequence. Utah Valley was ready for it, and they come up with the defensive stand, and Jackson Holcomb delivers the 2 free throws that preceded it in order to give the Wolverines a 2-point win. Phenomenal ball game here tonight. Stick around here on Sirius XM because you'll get to hear the next WAC semifinal game between California Baptist and Utah Tech. Special shout out to a guy who helped me along the way, Funaki Assisi, to get this broadcast set up. Eric Danner over at the Western Athletic Conference communications staff as well. I'm Spencer McLaughlin saying so long from Las Vegas. You've been listening to the 2026 Air Force Reserve WAC Basketball Championships. 67-65, top-seeded Utah Valley advances to the final tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific time, against the winner of California Baptist and Utah Tech. UT Arlington season comes to a heartbreaking close. That will end the broadcast for tonight. I'm Spencer McLaughlin saying so long. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. We'll see you next time, everybody, whenever and wherever that may be. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.